Hey everybody! In this video I have a couple ideas to show that I think might help improve bay window designs. So let's get started. So this is only doable on PC and it is fairly simple. To help with following along, I have my giant plush, my #1 key. When I cancel the placement of something, I'll use this so you can visibly see that I'm canceling the placement of something. I'll start with placing this just on the ground in the middle of the bay window. I have one on each side, so I'll put it in the middle and then go as far back as it can. The other one will go right next to it like this, and I'll place a pillar here. I'm going to pull this out and then cancel the placement. I'm going to place a pillar on the ground. Doesn't need to be touching, but it needs to be close. And then from here, I'm going to group select, and I'm going to move it 7 spaces towards the window. And it puts it inside the bay window area. And then you'll just do the same thing for the other side and line it up in the middle. You won't be able to go as far back, so when you do this one, you have to do it 8 steps. So I grab this, cancel the placement, place the pillar, and go 8 steps. There you are, you have these cabinets in the bay windows. So the next step is getting this doormat, the Ravenwood doormat, on top of here. It gives it a little bit of a cushion look and make it also something you can sit on. So with this, I'm going to place the building block on top, and I'm going to lower this down 3 steps. I say 3, but it's actually too far. 3 is too far. I'm going to go up with free placement just a bit above that, just by taking Z off and just try and line it up, keep it the same position, and then cancel the placement. And then this is the camping chair. It's super simple to make. It's a stool, so you can't see anything sticking out on top, and it's sittable. So I'm just going to line this up on top here. Make sure it's right on the edge. And then I'll grab the base here and place it. And if it's just barely sticking up to the top, that's just perfect placement. Except make sure that you get it in the right orientation. I did not. So once you have it in the right orientation, then all you gotta do is just put the rug on top. It'll cover up the stool as well as the building block. I just bring it over just a little bit over the lip there. And then it's just the same thing as before. Put the pillar on the edge. Bring this up right to the very edge as far as it can go. Right in the middle. Right, once it's lined up, you're going to pull it out here and cancel the placement of it. Put a pillar here as close as you can. Doesn't need to be touching, but as long as it's close, it should be able to group select the whole thing. And then I'm going to move the building block. I kept it on the white lines. I just move it to the next block over and then one more. That should put it far enough in. And there you go. Nice little sitting area on your bay window with a cushion and storage right below it. Now in my build, I ended up doing it a bit more complicated. As you can see, I have all of this actually connected to the building block. And I did this so I could sink the cabinet floors into the ground more, so you don't see them sticking up through the top. And I'll show you how to do that as well. It's just, I wanted to show the first method as it is a bit easier to do it just that way. So I got the building block back on here, and I'm going to place the cabinet very far left, and I'm going to place it so it's almost lined up with the front of the wood crate here. And that's where it's going to go, but I'm going to place it again after shifting all of this. So I'm going to bring this over 1 and then down 5. And then I'm going to go to free placement to lower it just a little bit more. What I'm doing here is I'm just doing Z repeatedly until I see that it's lowering in the same position down without going too far left or too far right. I want it to just go straight down, but just a little bit. And then I'll cancel the placement. And then I'll also grab the base here and cancel the placement of this, move it forward, cancel the placement. Now I'll place the cabinet again exactly where it's located, and then grab the base and place, and it should sink it down with the building block. So that way when it's inside, you won't see the top of the floor cabinet sticking up above the level of the bay window. So to do the other one, just the same exact thing. Place it at the far right, line it up with the front of the building block. But you're just going to do it the opposite way. So that means you're going to go to the left 1 and then down 5. And then free place it. This you might have to do a couple times because with free placement you can't be exact with it. You might not get these very lined up. So you might want to try it a couple different times. And then again, push this out 1 and cancel the placement. Pick this up again and place it. And it's a little bit off, but not enough for me to really care. You might want to, if you care, try doing that over and over again to see if you get it just about right. Now because the building block is further out, I picked up the stool. I'm going to place it again because I want the stool to be as close to the edge as possible so legs aren't clipped through when sitting down. Again, not a big important detail, but if you're pay attention to these details as much as I do, then maybe it's something you'll want to do. So this is just redoing this. This was 3 down, and then just free placement up a little bit. Be right about there. Cancel the placement. Place this again, and this time I want it to line up with the floor cabinets. I think that's about good. I think I'll move it back just a little bit. There. That should do it. Bring this back down. And I can sit. Legs aren't clipping through the furniture. Put this here, and I'll put the rug on top. And the pillar here. And again, I'm going to grab the building block if I can. There we go. and leave it on the grid lines. Cancel the placement. Place a pillar here close by, and then I'm going to move so Alt left click to grab the building block stack, and I'm going to move the building block one full large white square away, and then one more. And there you go. It's now inside. You don't see the cabinets sticking up through here. I'll take this down and could move this back a bit. Yep, there you go. Sit on your bay window with this floor cabinets underneath. Then all that's left to do is to just finish decorating it. It makes for a really cozy book nook area. You can put some books around, some flowers, really make it your own. If you want to check out what I have, I finally have my main plot rebuilt. The whole thing is on my tour board this week. Might leave it up for a little bit longer. As always, I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching.